It's Orwellian.
It's dystopian butter?
What?
What are you talking about?
You said it's Orwellian. It's dystopian butter. What's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel, and you can already see Rekkai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, governor.
Hey, Lions and Tigers and the Bear. Oh my, this is episode 3. Thank y'all so much. You know, right? I've been like 3 for 3.
That was nice.
Yeah,
that was nice. I like it.
Make sure you stay to the very end because you know me and Rekkai, we're going to chop it up. Have a bit of a back and forth, if you will, over the things we've enjoyed and the things that, you know, we may be scratching our heads about. So without any further ado, let's get started. Oh, episode 3, 1 and 2, two very different episodes. I'm hoping it maintains what we got from episode 2. How you feeling so far jumping into 3?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to make predictions on where we're going because it's so much up in the air. I think the only thing that we can predict right now is we're on the road to destruction.
And here we are starting off at church.
Destination Chaos Town. Yeah. So.
All right, so this is Marcus's mom's funeral, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wake, funeral.
So I'm presuming this is Catholic?
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, I mean, Chicago's a pretty big Catholic city, right? Okay.
She let me watch R-rated stuff when I was a kid, like she let me watch RoboCop. We ate dinner together a lot. I like just being in the kitchen, just kind of watching her make dinner.
You think about his mom.
That was really special. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
I don't know if it's by design, but he says the dopest stuff on this show so far.
I just like how it's really, he's a character that kind of like gets to the point. You know, it's not a lot of fluff and stylized lines.
You don't have to pull back
it's
the
just,
layers a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, he just tells you what's up.
Look different.
Oh yeah, I made the margins wider.
Why?
Because you write in the margins.
It's really nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
Feel good?
That's something.
It's the little things.
Yeah. She's like, why'd you make the margins wider? Because you write in the margins.
We're good. You good?
Good.
All right. We're open.
I mean, I don't know a
So
lot
I'm
about
taking
the
it. This
chef's
is that
gear.
same dysfunctional day?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this might be some days later. Like, we might have been doing the chaos menu for a little bit now.
Potato ravioli with peas and parm mousse. We have a machi with grapefruit, cauliflower, and Swiss chard, and tenderloin with mushroom and cherry jus. Is everyone?
That's a lot going on.
Thank you.
All right, look alive, burritos. Happy Wednesday.
Back is getting ready to fold.
A couple PONs. We have a 47th birthday at 7 p.m.
People of note. Okay, took me a second.
That's served with quail egg and a turnip puree.
Potato.
Okay. That's served with a potato.
Princess cake, coconut gelato, caviar sundae.
Awesome. All right, let's get to work. Service.
Okay. Richie's transition is it's always gonna put me in a happy space.
It's remarkable.
Yeah.
Okay, order in, 2 top, no shellfish, no gluten. Chef. Fire, 2 mirepoix.
Chef.
Hear how lighthearted the score is too?
Yeah, it's damn near Disney-esque.
Yeah.
But like old Disney, like 80s animated Disney.
So what's up with the pink water, I wonder? Let me know in the chat.
The beginning of the downfall, something small.
Yeah, chink in the armor. I just saw a date. It said 6/9, so we have finally got a date to work with.
You know, the sad thing is they're both right. But he's right, you know what I'm saying? You don't know who's sitting at table 17. Like, every experience, every review has to be top notch.
Welcome to beef, hold please.
I hear a lot of
The sets are getting dirtier too, if you notice.
$58 for butter. Buddy, what is it? The rare Transylvanian 5...
It's Orwellian.
It's dystopian butter?
What?
What are you talking about?
You said it's Orwellian, it's dystopian butter?
Yes.
Of course. I'm gonna send him 20 fucking grand.
It's the best.
Oh, yeah. Suck me.
I heard that. I got a bill for $11,000 for butter. This is from Transylvania.
Teaspoons.
He told y'all about the teaspoons. Look
Yeah,
how dirty
look
everything's
at-
getting. Look. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Doors.
Us 612. 3 more days.
They're on the list.
A willingness to accommodate dietary restrictions, that's not on the list. That's important. Joy, just in general.
Just in general.
Richie, enough. Please, back to work.
What
Thank
I say?
you. Thank
The
you.
list goes on. All right.
Thank
we'll
you.
Very defensive. I see you.
Thank you.
I see you.
Thank you.
614.
Let's go. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Feliz cumpleaños a ti.
More mistakes.
Careful. I'll be right back to clean this up.
And that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? No matter how great it is, everyone's starting to crack under the pressure. Tina's stressed.
That's good. Take your time, chef.
Yeah, because she wants to get it right.
She does, because she cares. Look at sitting, taking care of Tina's stress. Like,
Yeah. Well, everybody's carrying the weight.
well, just like at how Carmy came at her when she needed to refire. How different was that when Olivia Colman told him, you know what I'm saying? It just needed 5 more seconds. 5 more seconds every time, okay? You.
Thank you, Chef.
Please don't mess this up, brother. You good.
And broth, I pour it in front of you. Enjoy.
So it was a broth. Okay.
Shouldn't you put it down on the table?
You can't, sir, if you can't handle that. What are you doing? You told me that I could.
I know what I said, and I know what I'm saying right now.
That part. Listen, I know what I said, and I know what I'm saying right now.
Yeah. Yeah. He poured it in front of him. He followed the directions. He poured it in front of him and took it back. He's like, what the hell? I'm like, no, put it down on the table. Let them have it.
Yoli, I need my rib cap. Guys, where is my rib cap? Guys, please, chefs, I need communication. Where are we at?
Jesus, look at all those tickets.
Just got to get more fucking people in.
I know. Yeah.
Princess, why isn't there
More people in there.
There
12
was.
top?
No, there's not. I don't know.
Or we could do this. We could put the name of...
She ain't trying to hear that right now.
Dina, Pete, John H, Mike J.
1 minute, hold on.
Is he the only one doing the beef? The original beef?
I don't know, but remember, he didn't want to be part of the...
Need a trash can. Where the hell are you, John H?
Whew.
They got to be spending more money than they're making.
At 2.5 turns, each seat is worth $113,750.
$50.
Dang, one table can generate that type of money? That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep if the restaurant stays packed, then yeah.
That's wild. I never even considered the math from that angle, right?
Spring onion, guys.
A little bit of salt,
He's
pasta, and
Still waiting on Batarga.
breaking Tina down.
your hands, please.
It's turning into almost like the mad genius.
Mm-hmm.
2 spring onions, Chaz.
He was
Look
not
how they
happy with
look
that
at each
plate.
other.
He was not happy with that plate.
All right, so this is
Wow.
something, actually, I don't think we've ever done this, but I was looking at this beautiful... These guys, we got to pull back the curtain for these guys.
That was genius and a terrible idea.
A vibrant collaboration. So think about that as we come into...
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna land. Nicorettes.
Red wine.
Hey, it worked. Hey.
Yeah, it did work.
Duck with apricot.
Duck with cherry.
And he said, he stopped smoking not because he didn't need it, but because of the time it takes to go outside and take a smoke.
So we got a duck with apricot condiment. Nope, sorry, cherry jus again.
Ooh, his eyes glazing over.
Happy Friday.
Everyone is breaking down. They're hitting the wall.
Yeah, but they're starting to get. You see the names popping up though. 7-3. We're a month in.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. You can't see the difference in this? Look at it.
What am I supposed to say
It's
to
a
him?
3-year-old with
He
too many
doesn't-
fans.
Okay.
Not your fault.
Sorry.
Oh, you spit on the kitchen, my guy. Come on, man. 7-6. Woo-wee.
Road to destruction.
Before Carmy's been
Now that right there is giving me PTSD. What the? Oh, Jesus.
Pressure.
It's actually really fun.
So that's how you get one of them stupid furs with a mother gun?
Ooh, 7-13. Ah,
Ravioli.
they ain't gonna make it. Not at this rate.
Fire duck.
I'm about to have an aneurysm.
Hands, please.
It's like, how could you not self-implode? Like, that's what Claire was good for.
Great, thank you.
Can I get hands, please?
I love that Sid can do that.
He needs that though. Woo! Every second counts.
It's 11 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her face. Is that an order that didn't get made?
I don't know.
Them people came in at 10 o'clock? You see what time it was taking? 9:59?
Mm-hmm.
Is there people left out there and didn't eat?
That's what I'm assuming. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet.
Oh, that is oh my.
Ooh.
Oof.
Wow. There
That
was
right
an
there.
interesting, this, I like that. I like the pieces. I like that we don't get too many side things that's blending in with the idea, the central idea. The first one was kind of like, the whole central idea was just like the morning meeting. You know, it's pretty much the general idea, and then the chaos that ensued as a result of the morning meeting. This is the day-to-day grind based off of the schedule. How is that going to wear and tear on you? You know, I know we do a lot of sports metaphors here, but I think it's one of the better ways that I can understand like the kitchen industry. And I remember when the Bulls had their, what was it, their 72 win season, I think is what it was. I remember I was watching a documentary, they were kind of talking about it. And it's a very difficult thing to get those kind of victories, because with anything, any machine is going to wear down. Any machine there's going to be breakdowns, communication, people going to get sick, people are not going to show up, somebody's going to get fed up. It's a million different reasons of why hitting that landmark of 72 games is next to impossible. It's only been broken just recently, been like in the past 10 years with the Golden State Warriors. Well, anyways, I think what we're seeing here is kind of like that for teams that go on that quest in order to have like one of the best, most win type of seasons. They've already established that they are a good restaurant. They've already established that they can do growth. We saw that from episodes from season 1 to season 2. We know that they can get it done from season 2. And now it's just maintaining the consistency at that high of a level. What do you do when you get to that point where you're like, if we maintain our foot on the gas this long, what do we do in order to maintain that consistency of excellence without burning everybody out? I think this is, to me, what this episode is kind of talking about. You've got this great idea. You've got the crew and the staff that can get it done, but there's something missing. You have to maintain the schedule in a sense in order to maintain the vision, but something has to change or you're going to burn and destroy yourself in order to reach your goals. How are you feeling about this episode?
I thought this episode showing the grind and showing vividly the burnout process, because it happens. I thought it was amazing. You know, I know you brought up the example of the Bulls, the 72 win team. Was it 96 season?
Yeah. For my Chicago fans are there since we're watching the Bear, you know.
Yeah. However, I want to bring up a different team.
Okay.
This is a terrible reference, but I'm going to go with it anyway. Flint, Michigan, the Flint Tropics from Will Smith's wonderfully terrible movie, Semi-Pro.
Okay.
Where they were in practice and the coach instilled, we're going to keep practicing until everyone throws up. And we're going to keep going at it because this is going to be a play that you can do in your sleep. You could be, this play will haunt your dreams. But that's because when the proverbial caca hits the fan, when everyone else has run out of gas, we can run this play with our eyes closed in a blizzard and be successful. And right now, they had to train to do that. And that's what we're having at the Bear, where they're not trained to do that. And that's what I was saying in the last episode. A lot of things that Carmy is doing and instilling are genius. They're great. And they're really a real step, a strive for greatness. However, methodology is out the window. And some of the main people who believe in you and your talent are hitting the wall. And that is a management issue.
Okay.
Even something as, and it's okay that dude wants to come in, complain about, Tuesday surprise, and Richie brought in super soakers. I applaud Richie for the attempts to keep team morale built, because Carmy, that is not he does not care about that. You want a star, I'm gonna give you a star. I'm gonna show you what it takes to get a star, and I demand perfection at all times. But the thing is, even though we didn't see it as much, Carmy is hitting the wall. He's breaking down. When they gave us those little thoughts of Claire, that's because after the stress of, being the first one in the restaurant in the morning, being the last one to leave at night, where is his relief? Where is his ability to just take a deep breath and let out a big sigh and rub his forehead or, rub his back and tell him everything's going to be okay? Where's the amount of joy in any part of your day? Because that wasn't non-negotiable. I swore it was joy.
It was
in there.
Yeah, well, at least it was on Richie's list. It was on Richie's list as a non-negotiable.
It was on Richie's list, and that's and that's part of the thing about Richie. In order for you to be great, you have to utilize your people. We give all the credit, again, Chicago reference, we give all the credit to Michael Jordan.
Right.
And it's because he was the Carmy. He was the leader of that squad. When we saw the Bear getting recognition, Carmy is on there. Not Sid, not Richie, not none of them. Carmy is that guy. He's Jordan. Sid is Scottie Pippen. She's his right hand. She doesn't get as much credit for helping him be better at leading the team, at being who he needs to be,
right,
to find that greatness. And even him in what he does, pulling out that greatness in Sid. But who's Dennis Rodman? Who's Ray Allen? Who are the other unsung heroes that put it all together and made it work.
Right.
You know, Gordon didn't take every shot. No. He didn't take every game-winning shot. You know, there was other people he had to trust. Steve Kerr's in the corner. I know from all the reps that we put in, all the things in practice, that I can throw it to him, he's going to knock it down.
Yeah.
You know, that play you can run until you vomit.
Yeah.
The thing is, everybody in here is about to vomit, but they're not running the play. Like, they can't. Just even something as small as Abraham could not conform to the new direction of the bear, and not to alienate the old customers of the beef who just came and wanted cheesesteak. They wanted a sandwich the way it was, the beef. They's like, all right, we're going to do a window out the back, on the side, that we still service the neighborhood, service our people.
Right.
But I don't know if Abraham's running it himself, because he can't be, doing the cashier, doing the window, doing the cooking.
It seems like it, because it implied that he is the only one there. That's what it implied. That scene did. I don't know if that is the case, but visually it implied.
But all through this episode, it also seemed that team morale, team is gone, and everybody has went from team all pulling together to make this thing work to now we have a whole bunch of individuals in every single station. Every what was the analogy we used last episode? The chain.
Yeah.
That first night we barely made it, but we held together. Now the links in the chain is falling apart, and we only have but so long here left to go before the chain is completely done.
I think there's an argument, and that is this episode started off with Marcus attending his mother's funeral. And he said some words. And we've said this a million times. Marcus, to me, is one of the more direct characters. It kind of just says what's on his heart and kind of goes with it. And the relationship that he spent with his mother, he said there was a love. He spoke a lot about just love. He loved watching her cook. He loved the way they communicated to each other when things got bad. He said when things got bad and she couldn't speak, we had to pay more attention to how we communicated. We had to actually see each other. And I think we're getting to that point within the restaurant. Nobody is talking. It doesn't feel like a place of love. Whereas as dysfunctional as season 1 was, there was a camaraderie. It was complete dysfunction, but there was camaraderie. You can see that. And then season 2 was like, well, let's try to make this a little bit more professional. Now we're on the other side of that, where it's all professional, but there's not a lot of camaraderie. It's a lot of people like, you're good at this thing and I trust you to do it without me having to look over your shoulder. That's how everybody's feeling. They're like, it's on me to know how to do this thing and to not have to bother somebody, mess up their time in order to double check me, mistakes are happening as a result of that, because there's this miscue. I feel like the restaurant itself has to kind of like be like Marcus's mom. They're gonna have to quiet themselves and listen to one another to know, like Marcus said, he was like, regardless of what happens, I know I was loved. The chaos, like there is love in this restaurant. No matter how much Richie and Carmy butt heads, they love one another. They do. They just know how to push each other's buttons. And I think Richie, to me, has had such a big turnaround. He's more of the voice of reason in a lot of ways this season than he has ever been, especially the season 1 is compared. He's trying to instill ways that the restaurant can play together, surprise Thursdays or Tuesdays or super soakers or whatever it is. He's trying to encourage people to take steps. I forgot his name, Fez Falk, by doing that. But he's just, it's just, he needs help in order to bring the unity together. He needs another way so that he can communicate and listen. And Carmy's not doing none of that. He's isolated himself. he's in a space of he can't talk to anybody because he thinks it's going to ruin whatever the grand scheme of what the idea of this restaurant is. He is running solo. He even said himself, he even told Richie, he was like, listen, don't even talk to me about anything. You talk to Sydney and let Sydney talk to me. It's like that can't, we're too far. We're too far gone. We need to get some of that camaraderie that we had back in season 1. It was a shit show, but there was elements of it that worked. And until we get that, each person is going to feel like an island, because he's kind of showing the example that you have to be an island. And that is not how this is going to work. If they don't talk and can quietly communicate to each other without even having to say a lot, without having to fuss and fight and throw things and break things and all of that, they're not going to make it. And I think that's what we're seeing in this episode. Go ahead. I saw you had a thought in your mind.
Yeah. So we knew coming into this that some of the reviews, some of the things coming back were not favorable of this particular season as a whole.
Right.
And we're working our way through it. And we try not to let that color our decisions and our thought processes as we're watching. But watching this episode, while we can understand it and make adjustments in our thinking and kind of rationalize what it is that we're seeing, I guess the question goes back to, was this a good episode? Because I can rationalize and see a lot of things that I screen, and like we pointed out earlier, the road to destruction. You're absolutely right. Where is the love in this particular episode? Where is the love? Where is the camaraderie? And you're right, the distinction in this episode right here between this and everything that we got in season 1 and season 2, dysfunction was still there, but there was a love, there was a, a ay capitan, like we are behind you, whether it's Mikey, whether it's Carmy, we are here for you, we're in. And this episode, the bear, the only thing that is the bear is the name of the restaurant. Where is the love? Even Carmy being the bear, right now he's more like the cub. He is not the bear. And that is, every character in stories has to go through an arc, and they have to go through a progression or whatever. But unless we have some sort of redemption for Carmy to reestablish himself,
right?
It's funny, and as much as I love this player, and I know how this is gonna come across when I say it too, and yes, I'm an old school dude, and so I clearly show my loyalty. Carmy is less Jordan and a little bit LeBron right now, like, and not the good LeBron. Like, I have the scoring title, I've playing like a beast, this longevity, because right now we're not talking about longevity. Right now we're talking about you about to fold in the Dallas series. Like, where are you at? And this episode is actually kind of hard to watch, because everything that I love about this show, and people go through personal crisis, this is just to see everything implode. Like, when we ended and maybe some people didn't get their food, like, especially when you're striving for excellence, we saw Fack at the table, not paying attention, talking, he just pouring water all over the table. They done brought out a piñata. Like, it was so much wrong in this episode. And without the love, like, what kind of show are we even watching anymore? Now, we're early. We're 3 episodes in. And so I reserve all judgment until we get to the end of the season to see where we're at and where we're going. Right. But as of right now, like, this episode removed a lot of the love that we have for the last, I don't know how many episodes, 17, 18 episodes, whatever it is. So,
yeah. This is not Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso is a show that every episode you're going to feel some joy, some introspect, something that you can take away from, that you can grow from. This is not that, at least not this particular episode. You are left with a taste of chaos. I do like the sports analogies under the Jordan versus Braun thing. I would have to disagree only the fact that Jordan was a tyrant, full-blown tyrant, known, socked out his own players, had absolute and complete beef with the organization as a whole, the GM, but he willed himself through fear. Straight up fear, not through respect, through fear and dominance. He willed the 6 championships. So to me, I think that this feels more Jordan than LeBron. LeBron is a whole different kind of thing. But Jordan was still able, even though we talked about that 72 game season, even though they had hit the wall a few times, Jordan used fear to get people in line. I don't see Carmy going that way. I think that Sydney has to be his voice of reason, the other yin to his yang, in order to show him a little bit more better approach, because I don't think you can run a restaurant through fear. I think he's had that coach. That was his second chef that taught him. That was that, and I think we're getting that lesson. I feel that maybe through the course of, I'm putting on my tinfoil hat, I feel that we're going to see different versions of Carmy based off of the teachers that he's had in the past. The very first one that he had, which was fun and learning new things and this, that, and the third. Maybe that lesson is already
maybe
passed.
That was second season.
Yeah. Maybe in this season we're going to get the tyrant. I forgot, was it Gordon Ramsay? Is that the one that be yelling and screaming? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Maybe we're going to see a version of that he does lead through fear. But that same chef, that one that is the Gordon Ramsay, that was the one that had the 5-star Michelin, right? 4-star Michelin?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he literally Michael Jordan his way into a championship. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if you can build a team like that, but we are going to find out. I do appreciate the great introspect that you've been given over here, Rekkai. You definitely give me some cool things to process, man. And that's why I love having you on the show, man. We may not always agree, but you always give me an interesting new way of looking at this thing. But
I see your point, and only because I'm the biggest Jordan stan in the world. You're right. He did rule by fear, and maybe even though that's a Chicago reference, maybe that's the wrong reference to this. only because, and maybe the comparison between him and LeBron, or maybe the comparison between him and Carmy is the wrong reference, because with basketball, it's a performance sport.
Okay.
So if he was a coach and ruled by fear, then that would work. Bobby Knight.
Okay. Yeah.
But Michael Jordan ruled by fear and demanded excellence.
Demanded it.
Because he led by example.
Yes.
He's also going to go out on the court, and you're going to see him, if it takes him to physically die on the court, he will do that to put forth excellence and to do everything he can to win.
Yeah.
He didn't care about his own stats. Listen, whatever's got to happen for us to win, that's what I'm about. And, and even though he ruled by fear and a lot of stuff in practice to raise people's game level, and that works for some people it does not. And even the people that he said, the ones that push back and was like, man, you didn't, not today or whatever. That's what it needed to Jordan, in his estimation, thought that's what brought out the dog in people. Now I can respect you because I know you're willing to fight back. And this guy right here, this is who I need. When our back is against the wall and they got us down and the clock is running out, I need him. the one who's not going to take my shit, the one who's going to be like, pass me the ball, you ball hog. Give it. I'm in the corner. I'm open. You know, that is what I respect about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could have functioned under Michael Jordan, and I probably would have beat him. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You can ship me off to the Philadelphia 76ers tomorrow, but I done whooped his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might be that way.
Yeah.
I get it. And that, like I said, that might be the wrong analogy. I would really, really love to see this Carmy right here.
Yeah.
Where's he at?
Yeah.
Where's this guy at?
I'm with you on that.
That's what I'm missing.
Yeah.
This guy right here. I'm sorry, Chef. Where's he at?
Yes. Yes. I think that is where we're gonna stick a fork in it right there. I'm looking forward to that, Carmy, as well. Listen, you did such a good job of sticking the landing with this, because I know I have allowed us to meander a little bit more towards this, in the weeds a little bit. But listen, if you want to hear more of that and that style of thinking, of getting into the root of why these things are interesting, and you brought up something that I thought was fascinating too, and that is just the nature for us as the viewers watching this, and it feeling with not having the level of love that we're used to. I don't know if that was a creative choice or not, but for the simple fact that you brought it up, it tells a lot. You should head over to Rekkai's channel, where you can get these deeper, more meatier topics and get to the crux of why this story is being told this way. And it's told from a standpoint of your own personal life. So there's a bit of yourself in these conversations. And that's why I'm encouraging all of you to head over to Rekkai's page to check that out. Rekkai, tell the people how they get in contact with you.
You can come visit me anytime at youtube.com/Noop from the Ville, NUPEFROMDAVILLE. And as Syntell said it, I am honored to, be his road dog, his ace on these things. And I do kind of inject a bit of my own personal backstory, history, my reflections on what I pull from these series and these movies that we watch together, and even a few I might watch on my own. But if you like that sort of thing, what I say to everyone is, when you're watching this is not just entertainment, it's edutainment. It should be educational to you. It should inform your life and how you deal with certain situations. Because I think it should always be about this right here. But as we see, because I need him back, it's got to be about this right here.
I love that. And if you've enjoyed the conversation that me and Rekkai have been having on this channel, go ahead and be a fan and hit the subscription page. Hit the subscription button as well. Give us that thumbs up, because that's how the people know you're digging. We'll be giving you Discord group. It is up and running. By the time this gets out, we should already have a few people in there by now, building the community, because that is where it is to find like-minded thinkers. You got a favorite show that we've covered, let's come on in there and chop it up with us. We'll either have some live streams, some direct conversations, and it's just going to be a fun place to come and kick it. Don't worry, there'll be a link in the description. You can get to it super quick. Thank you all for your time, and we'll catch y'all on the next episode. All right, y'all, take care.